Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dota 2 Canada Cup Season 4. I am back after a long hiatus. Was away for a bit, but that'll happen occasionally. Of course, Greg was able to take over on both Saturday and Sunday, so big shout out to him. But we're here for our only game of the evening, Wheel Wreck While Whistling versus Union Gaming. Thank you so much for joining us here on Dota 2 Canada Cup. My name is Maw, and I'm here alone today. Which, you know what? It's not necessarily a bad thing. Won't have, somebody to help me alongside, analyze things, but that's okay. I'm here, I'm going to give you the best possible cast that I could give you. And to start things off, we do have the draft underway. Troll Warlord, line picked up for Union Gaming, and they get the Vengeful Spirit Medusa. It is important to note, by the way, that they're vying for the top of the group here. These two teams undefeated in the group stages thus far. The third and final game to determine who will be the top of the group. We'll figure out who's going to take the victory here.
5 seconds remaining.
As we do have only one game this evening. One game tomorrow as well, but we'll get into that later.
Reserve time.
I believe that is Isurus versus Ehug. I might be wrong about that, but that seems to be what it is. So that should be a good game tomorrow as well. And fret not if you're missing some of my co-casters. Don't worry, I have some really interesting and exciting figures coming in these next couple of days, so you guys will like it a lot, hopefully. And you'll have to deal with me tonight alone. Woo! Had a long day of casting so far, had a long day of work, but ready to relax, finish it off with one more game, and go from there. So as it stands right now, Troll Warlord line, the two most imbalanced heroes right now, probably after the nerfs to both Axe and Jug, although both of them are very good still. In fact, you could argue that Axe is probably better than these two heroes, and I wouldn't disagree with you on that statement. I saw a game earlier today that I couldn't believe my eyes. Some ridiculous stuff happening there in that game. It was a lot of fun. Virtus Pro versus Empire, game number 1. That was something else. I'd recommend it. I would recommend every game that I casted today, but hopefully this game is no different. Lots of fun, lots of exciting stuff, and should be a good one. So Medusa picks second for Wheel. They've been really, I think, jockeying for this hero to a certain extent. A lot of teams have been starting to pick this up a bit more. It was picked a lot at DAC, especially by the Chinese teams. Most of the Western teams that I've casted recently haven't really picked it up. A couple of times it was picked up in Canada Cup, I believe. But other than that, nothing really... It's a good hero, but...
10 seconds
It's just, I don't know if it's second pick worthy. Maybe it gets banned, but who knows? They ban out the Slark instead, the Quap as well, so they're not really sure where this Medusa is going, maybe in the mid lane. But if you pick a Slark plus Medusa, that seems kind of greedy to a certain extent, but still pretty good, I think. They have Mana Drain, which is pretty good against Medusa. That's the crazy thing. They picked Medusa into the line's Mana Drain. It's not the best. It's not like a Mana Burn, for example, from a Nyx Assassin, which of course was banned out, but it's not bad either. There's no AM just yet. There's a Brewmaster coming out from Union Gaming. Doesn't give you the most damage in the world. Clap's pretty strong, but his right click, his Brewlings got nerfed with obviously the Boulder Toss not being as good as it once was. Still, Brewmaster, solid hero to pick up here for control, specifically against Medusa and Venge, getting your split early. We'll see if they throw him mid, send the Troll Warlord safe lane, send the Troll mid, send the Brewmaster off lane. There's a lot of options here for Union Gaming. We'll see what they want to do with these next couple of picks.
10 seconds remaining.
I want to wish everyone in the Americas
5 seconds
Happy
remaining.
President's Day. Well, everyone in America, that is. The USA, if you will.
Team pick.
Of course, it is winding down. Some of you had off today from your works, which is nice. Of course, I didn't. My job is a global one, so. Union Gaming coming with their next pick as well. We'll see what they go for. Bat Rider for Wheel. Every game today I've seen Bat Riders. Good hero. Good offlane hero. A lot of presence early on. We've seen a lot of people shift away from picking Bat Rider because of how many jungle heroes have been picked up. You want to stack the jungle and let him have the camps for the most part, but people are trying to figure out how can we share this? Can we make it so the Bat Rider just sits in bottom lane or top lane and the off lane and says, okay, well, I don't need to go to the jungle, I'll just farm using my sticky napalm. Maybe get a couple of stacks here and there, but for the most part, do I have to share the jungle with my jungler? I don't think so. So that's why people are picking him more. They realize that you could just leave him in the off lane. Your Blink Dagger might be a little bit delayed, but that's okay. As long as your jungler is farming effectively, that's what you want. Union Gaming, only 5 seconds left to reserve time. They are really thinking about this pick. They've been thinking about it for a while. What are they going to go for? Disruptor. Did that random? Hello?
Team pick.
I'm not crazy, am I? That was a literally last second. That was crazy close. That was a last second pick. They go for the Disruptor. Pretty good against Bat Rider. good for getting Medusa caught out of position, but other than that, Static Storm, Thunderstrike, not going to do that much damage to Medusa because of Mana Shield. They have to find a way to drain her mana. Because they can't pick a Nyx Assassin, it's kind of rough, though. It's very tough for them. Wheel will pick up a Slardar, so they want a lot of early game aggression. Safe lane Slardar, probably. Safe lane Slardar, mid lane Medusa, off lane Batrider with Avenge and another support for Wheel. That seems to be the best possible course of action. They can even go aggro if they want, and then have Batrider solo safe. Because Slaughter is pretty good with Avenge. You have armor reduction, you have 2 disables. You just need one other hero to make this work. But fighting into a Troll Warlord might be a bit tough. Troll Warlord line Disruptor is not a fun lane to fight into, honestly. So they have a lot of choices to make here. Where do they send these heroes? Are they going to finish it off? Union Gaming, Sora, or Blank. A very good TA mid. First game I saw him in, he decimated with Templar Assassin. We'll see how it turns out in this game. Number 3, in fact, for Union Gaming. So we'll have 24 seconds plus a minute and 50 seconds of reserve time. They could actually just wait forever. What are they going to do? A lot of options here.
10 seconds remaining.
They really just need another support at this point. So you have Venge.
5 seconds
Rubik
remaining.
maybe is okay. They could pick a jungling hero, but then that seems kind of greedy with the Batrider, Medusa, and Slardar.
Reserve time.
I think they need something that's strong in lane. If they're going to go aggro, they can't really go for a Lich, which would be an okay choice here, although you don't necessarily have RP, so or like any big AoE spell besides maybe Slithering Crush, which is fine. Is there any damage that goes through Stone Gaze that a support has to offer? Maybe? I'm not sure. There's a lot of options here. There's a lot of supports in the pool at the ready. You already have a hard disable. Scarith, if you're looking for more solo potential ganks with, like, maybe, say, a Batrider, but I don't know. I'd rather have something with a bit more AoE impact, or a little bit more team fight anyway. Not that Scarith doesn't provide that. Do they really need a silence also? Kind of. Against Brew would be pretty good. I think Scarith maybe is not a bad decision for them as their second support. They go for the Witch Doctor. That's fine. They don't have that much lockdown with this hero, but it's better than a Scarith in terms of lockdown. They don't have the Ancient Seal, but they have Death Ward, so the team fight comes out a bit quicker. And if they prioritize that Aghanim Scepter, then this becomes a bit better for Wheel. They have a lot more team fight. It's just a lot of single target early on. So when they get a pick, they're going to get a pick. There's not going to be any issue with them securing the kill, I don't think. But until they get an Aghanim Scepter and until they get a Blink on the Slaughter, this is not going to be too teamfight heavy. And even until Medusa can get some farm and some items and obviously have that split shot destroy people. I like the draft, but I almost feel like I like Union a bit better. If they could shut down this Medusa, they'll be in a very good position. They'll be able to transition into the mid to late game and hopefully end before Medusa becomes a big issue. That's going to be the... Oh, that's going to be the big goal. That's the wrong button that I just pressed. That's going to be the goal coming out from Union Gaming. Just to have TA Snowball is very big. Sora on that hero knows exactly how to play it. We'll see how this does pan out. Oops. Hold on a second, guys. Sorry, I'm just setting some things up here. All right, we're set now. Let's turn on this button, and boom, into the game. Union Gaming versus Wheel here, this best of one series. There's no real such thing as a best of one. It's more just a one-game series. We'll just call it that. 5-man aggression plus smoke coming out from Union Gaming. Ben Haas leading the way on the Troll Warlord. Z-Talk on your line. Greedy will be your Brewmaster. Sora or Blank on your Templar Assassin. Of course, the name coming from No Game, No Life. Very good anime series. Spy Hunter will play your Disruptor to round it all out. On the side of Will, you've got Sleesel. He's going to be on your Slaughter. He's going to be first and foremost. He actually is going to get caught out. It looks like Z-Talk walks right into him. There's the Hex, the Clap as well. His skills crushed, but the kinetic field's going to go, and he's going to get caught out. This is your first blood. He'll buy TP Scroll. Luckily, he won't lose any gold, but still, that is your first blood. Going to the TA. The TA gets first blood. She's going to have Bottle. She can just buy it right now if she wanted to. Meanwhile, Wheel, Relic's going to be on your Medusa, Derp on your Vengeful Spirit, Fan of Soyan or Goody will be on your Witch Doctor, and around it all out, that'll be Talera on your Batrider in the offlane. But we might see a fight break out here. Relic canceling his animation. They don't see him on the high ground. They're going to block the camp. Spy Hunter's going to walk right up. Maybe Fan of Soyan cancels his animation. They're waiting to go on this top rune spot. Z-Talk in a very good position. It's a 3 versus 3 situation until Sleesel walks in. He does have Slithering Crush, but they have to fight. Now Derp going to walk to the low ground. Refraction's going to go. Magic Missile. Oh, this is a problem. They do take the Bounty Rune. And meanwhile, they do get the Radiant Courier. Was walking towards Relic, I believe, and he kills it. It had the bottle on it. What a disaster. Oh, that first blood now ruined for the TA. She won't go down, but the bottle is dead for 2 minutes, rather. Oh, no. Relic might have an okay time now. I mean, the early battle's not that big of a deal for a Templar Assassin, but it certainly would be nice to have. And now Relic is going to have a bit of a better time here in this middle lane. Top lane, Greedy going up against Lethal and Derp. So it is going to be that offlane Brewmaster, which we talked about in the draft. Bottom lane, Talaria is getting zoned out. The axes coming in from Benhaz as well as Spy Hunter. He's going to throw up the sticky napalm strikes and do some work there, but so far it looks good. I don't see anything crazy happening here early on in this game. Derp's going to look to pull, but he has to throw a sentry down. He has to just figure out where he needs to put the sentry. Hopefully it doesn't walk too far. And they want to make sure that it was in fact blocked, and that will spot it out and he'll counter it. So nice little 50 gold coming out from the Venge. So Talaria should get some decent gold. They'll probably stack up the jungle a bit later on in the game. At least the Venge probably will with Wave of Tear. And then Talaria can just finish those stacks off. He has boots first. He'll probably get Tranquils. Maybe a bottle as well. We'll see. Gets Thunderstruck, and he's fine for now. Relic in the middle lane has 9 last hits. TA not having that good of a time, but it's not awful yet. Misses that last CS there from Relic. Refraction's available, but he doesn't want to have to use too much mana. I don't think he's ever really in danger of dying, though, for the TA. That's the good thing. Relic actually can get run at if he's not careful. Takes all of the mana away. Maybe, oh, hold that thought. I thought Relic might be able to get this kill. I thought that maybe he couldn't get this kill at all for a Medusa, but Mystic Snake, when Refraction's down, is too good. It takes the mana away, and then boom, you can't Refraction. So as I was saying that I don't expect the TA to die, he almost does. But there is a rotation coming in. You do have Greedy maybe looking for a small little gank here. They have a ward up, so Relic just backs away, and he sees Greedy. He's like, I know what's happening, man. You can't fool me. I'll right-click you 1 or 2 times. Actually gets Drunken Brawled and misses twice. That's unfortunate. RNG, Ice Frog, please. Firefly, Spy Hunter getting chased down. Kinetic Field's going to go. Talaria will try to avoid it, whirling axes, and he is in trouble now. Benhaz is going to right-click him down. It's just too much to work with, and Talaria might Firefly to the low ground. He actually might make it alive, and he will do just that. Stopping by Roche to say hi. Hey, what's up, buddy? See you later. I'm out of here. And I think at some point in this game, we're going to see a mid-game kind of just... We'll see this game slow down a little bit. Not that there have been really... There's not been much aggression to begin with, but once we get to the mid-game, I think that unless there's an early blink coming from the Slardar, I don't see much aggression happening here, but I don't know. Both teams do have a kind of run-at-you lineup, so maybe it will be a fast-paced mid-game. We'll have to wait and see. Greedy getting zoned out by Derp. Not really doing any damage. That Drunken Brawler is so good. Miss chance is pretty high. Well, 10%. Not bad. Seems like he's gotten 3 procs already, though. That's the ridiculous part. They're stacking up the jungle camp here. Whether to use this as a pull camp or to use it later on for the Bat Rider remains to be seen, who, by the way, had to go all the way back home, heals up. I don't know if he was in the jungle at all and trying to farm a little bit, but I don't think that's the case. No stacks at all, except for this large camp here, which we've already talked about. And this does give free farm towards Benhaz down bottom, but it also gives free farm to Slaughter top, and Relic is doing better mid than the CA, at least for the time being. TA will have phase boots, and then Relic probably falls off a little bit. But we'll see. This is not a bad matchup. The Mystic Snake is very good. Relic is out of Refraction, he's out of mana, he's out of bottle charges, and they will give the Bounty Rune top to him. Or rather, not Relic, the TA. Sora. Relic sitting mid, has a Wraith Band. Regular boots, we'll see if he goes phase or treads. Treads for harder carrying, phase for maybe getting in position to use your ultimate, your Stone Gaze, or maybe even just to pump out a little bit more damage early on here in this game. Spy Hunter guarding the regen rune down at the bottom rune spot. So what is this tri-lane really accomplishing? Z-Talk and Spy Hunter are level 2 and 3 respectively, but they're not doing much in terms of helping out Benhaz, who has a free lane, regardless of the Bat Rider being there or not. The Bat Rider's just clearing the jungle all right now. That's all he needs to do. You could say the same thing about the supports coming up for Wheel, though. Goody's level 3, Venge is level 3, but I mean, look at Z-Talk. He's just sitting in a spot where he thinks there might be a Bat Rider, but he is not going to show up anytime soon. Talaria is doing other things in the jungle. He's busy, man. Relic going to pick up his Aquila. That'll get sent out. They're actually just going to try to push. They have a huge creep wave. Oh, my God. Union have a creep wave in force. Top lane, Greedy getting caught out. Slithering Crush, Magic Missile went. There's the Maledict, and he doesn't have anywhere close to 6. Easy kill. That does get split up. Of course, the last right click going to the melee click. That's unfortunate, but what can you do? They get the kill regardless, and they get some extra gold going their way. Only about 330, but still something.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
T1 Tower's going to fall, though. Benhaz, not even with Battle Trance, mind you, is able to get that tower. And, well, Slaughter gets a 5.5-minute Blink Dagger. No boots. Goody in trouble. Sprint's going to go. Greedy getting body blocked. There's the Hex up on his Sleesel. He's going to take some extra damage from the Sprint. 50% in fact, but should be okay regardless. Kinetic Field's going to go. Glimpse back in, though. It's actually way past the Kinetic Field, but he still is going to go down. The Crush is a bit too late, and the Thunderstruck's going to get the kill for Spy Hunter.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It's a weird engagement. I don't know what happened there.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Regardless,
attack.
that's a big kill. He did use his Midas before he died, so it's not the worst thing in the world, but could have been a lot better for that Slardar. Relic now going for the Mystic Snake and 1 point in stats, 1 point in mana shield, so kind of getting the best of both worlds. Obviously, no split shot yet. Cecil rotates back up top lane. They're kind of turning this into an aggro dual lane, sort of maybe even a tri-lane with a Disruptor, but he actually is going to go back home and get mana and wards as well. Top rune spots, well, we're still a while away from the 8-minute rune. DD, ooh, he's looking for a hero. He's holding out for a hero, in fact, and he can't find anybody. Bat Rider's bottom, and he's 1,600 gold in the bank. If Talaria can stay alive and just take this farm in this lane, he is going to have one very early Blink Dagger. No bottle, says screw it. No Tranquil Booze, says screw it. I don't need it. I'm going for that Blink Dagger, damn it. Relic going to back up, maybe. Ooh, smoke coming from Wheel. Derp Derp, Fan of Soren, going to lead the way. They don't know where to go, though. They're having a bit of a rough time figuring out what they want to do. They're going to rotate mid and kind of maybe just sit on the high ground here. They're going to just run right in and look for a Magic Missile. They're going to find it. They have a Sentry Ward. They're going to pop an Observer on the high ground, but I don't know. That was an awkward gank. I guess it's really tough to come in from this direction as a ganking hero. Meanwhile, I missed the kill bottom, and so I was talking about Talaria getting caught out and maybe losing all of that gold, and that exactly that happens. So he loses a bit of money towards his Blink Dagger, and it's going to be a little bit delayed. Perhaps from that, 8 to 9 minute mark. Probably 9 minutes. Relic backs up towards the mid lane. He does go for treads. TA backing up. Getting mana drain. The snake running rampant. Relic doing work with it. It's a lot of damage. Almost 100 damage at this point with treads and Aquila. Not bad. Has 1 point in stats, so that's a little bit more damage coming his way. Boots finally done for the Slardar with a Midas, maybe going for a Blink Dagger next, or a Vanguard, or Treads. We'll see what he wants to go for. There's a lot of options. A lot of heroes sitting mid. Spy Hunter ready to go with his Glimpse. No Static Storm yet, but he's close. Z-Talk is not level 5, so not quite there in terms of the finger. There's the Treads now done for the Slardar. He picks him up at the side shop. Talaria still farming the enemy jungle, or no, his own jungle. And he is very close to a Blink Dagger. In fact, he has it now. There it is. It's going to fly out to him in a moment. 852 for that Blink Dagger timing. Not bad at all. Again, before Bottle, before Tranquils, that's the big difference. I have to imagine you see some sort of mana regeneration coming out from him. Cecil sprints, has no Blink Dagger, can initiate onto Greedy, and even if he did, Greedy might be able to split. He doesn't have mana yet, but
Dire's middle tower
might have lived
is
long
under
enough to
attack.
have that mana. Rilla continuing to farm up in the jungle. 70 CS, though, for Benhaz. That's the main difference maker here, is that he's farming so well. Has the Morbid Mask, the Blade of Alacrity. So with that Morbid Mask, he's already beginning on maybe an SNY. More than likely, it's going to be an SNY. TA farming the Ancients, exactly what you need to do as a Templar Assassin. Utilize all of your farming methods on the map. And usually you don't shut down the TA farming Ancients. Fan of Soyan's going to pop up the Death Ward. Spy Hunter might fall. Solo kill for Goody. The TPA and Benhaz has to piece out. The cast bouncing like crazy. Derp Derp doesn't have swap. And if he did, that swap would have hit for sure. The Magic Missile would have came out. The Wave of Terror, they would have easily gotten that kill. And Ben Haas is like, well, I'm lucky I didn't die. That could have been close. Had the Death Ward been targeted to him initially, maybe he dies as the cask was bouncing through. But still, they get the sure kill on the Disruptor. That's all that counts. TP top, Sleesel might get ganked again. They're going to rotate everybody up here. Greedy, no blink. This is not the fight you're looking for. Sleesel's about to get glimpse back in. Oh, no! He doesn't wait for the glimpse. He kind of just throws it out there, and Sleesel's going to survive. Good thing about a Slaughter, he just moves too quickly. You have to kind of rush your glimpse at that point. And Greedy not able to use his clap or his split. Z-Talk sitting in the trees here. I don't know if they see him. There is this Observer Ward, but Derp is smoked up. He's ready to go. Tolera as well with the Blink Lasso. He's ready to fight. Who they go for? Oh, Firefly. They see Z-Talk with the Firefly. The Hex is up. Slither Crush is going to go. Amplify damage there. Magic Missile will secure the kill. Nice gank. The first lasso from Tolera gets off and they get a kill with it. Nicely played coming out from Wheel.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Ben Haas looking to just take down this tier 1 tower with the help of Sora. Battle Trance is going to go. Tower, it's been nice knowing you. Glyph was already used. This thing's gone. Oh. Relic almost gets the deny. Not quite. Yasha for the Troll Warlord. SNY coming soon. Alright. Union Gaming have a game plan. They want to stick to it. Let's take all these towers. Let's take a fight or two. Let's get things going. We need this blink on our Brewmaster. We need this blink on our line is what they're saying. They're kind of a ways away from both of them. Sleesel not too far off his own blink. But Union do have the top 2 in net worth currently. Not by much, mind you. Relic still has to get into gear. Now with Split Shot at level 3, he also has 1 point in stats. He does a decent chunk of damage, so taking these stacks is not going to be impossible. He'll even use Mystic Snake, which will provide him a full mana boost. And he's going to get a couple of creeps here. It's not bad. Ben Haas is doing the same thing. Maybe not taking a full stack, but still farming his own jungle. Tolera sitting right under that Observer Ward. Not sure why. Fan of Soran does have the point booster, so Goody's getting close to that Aghanim Scepter. Relic is kind of tempting Templar Assassin, or vice versa. And we've kind of just evolved into farming at this point. No real action happening. Firefly, Blink, Lasso onto Ben Haas. There's no Force Staff, obviously, but this is a big target. Magic Missile, Maledict, they blow him up. Stone Gaze is going to go to disengage as well. The Death Ward to zone. Spy Hunter might die to another Death Ward. Oh, he can't catch a break. The bounces from the cast. The RNG Ice Frog, please. It's real. Tolera, Relic, Derp. They're going to back away. Sleesel up top. Doesn't even blink his eyes. He says, oh, okay, I guess that happened. Might sell a salve, pick up a Blink Dagger. There it goes. He's ready to fight.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, man. Goody getting that kill. That's big. Yasha now done for Relic. It feels like Wheeler is starting to get a lot more out of this map. And they're getting more in terms of the fights as well. We've seen this TA go crazy before, but maybe not right now. SNY getting closer and closer for Ben Haas. That kill does send him back, but he has his Ochre Club. We'll have enough money for Belt of Strength, and of course the recipe 600. So he's actually just, let's say, 300 away from having his full SNY. It's almost, I feel like SNY, became part of the meta again because people are starting to realize how to be efficient with your item purchases and get the most bang for your buck early on in the game and being able to fight. So a lot of these heroes that require to fight early, you go for SNY, you get the most bang for your buck in terms of HP, in terms of the stats you need. It just is an all-around, it's a Swiss Army knife of an item for a lot of the heroes in the game currently. Like there's at least 5 or 6 that I could think of getting an SNY almost every game. It's a good item, man. That's not just agility heroes either. I mean, even strength heroes too. There's a couple heroes that purchase that item. Pretty solid item all around. Troll, you can't live without it. It is a troll item through and through. Spy Hunter spotted out, maybe. Throwing up the Observer Ward was not pinged. Now is. Realizing, hey, they might be up here. We need to be careful. Relic's sitting behind his tower. And it looks like if you're Wheel, you try to go for a trade here. Sleesel has Blink. You have a couple heroes behind him. In fact, you actually have TPing top. So they clearly don't want to try to fight this. And I think that if you're Wheel, you could have probably just stayed bottom. Instead, they're going to back up and make the smart play, at least for now. They do have a smoke. They can even smoke into the enemy jungle, but it looks like they're just going to go into Rosh instead. With no ward nearby, there is no real danger of them getting caught out, or at least there shouldn't be. No smoke either. Oh, they do have one on Spy Hunter. They're not going to use it yet, though. Talera's going to take the enemy jungle farm. He's going for a BKB, clearly. They're going to TP mid. They're going to try to smoke up and see if they can find somebody. They know that they might be in the pit because Amplified Damage is up and ready to go. Wave of Tear. And Rose should fall. And now, I don't know if you go on this if you're Union. I think you back up. Talera's looking for a hero. He's going to find Z-Talk. Can't get the last off. Gets hexed at the last second. The finger comes in, but the Blink Slither and Crush onto a couple. Magic Missile goes. Cecil. Aegis gets wasted immediately. Derp in trouble. Now they pop Relic with his ulti. But it's just too much. Too dead already from Wheel. Cecil does get one kill. Can he get the second? I don't think so. Brewmaster ult going through. Cecil taking too much damage. Oh, God. It's a disaster. Benhaz gets a double kill. What a fight coming out from Union. Really good counter initiation. Just not enough vision for Talera to get that last off. And had he gotten it, I don't think anything happens anyways. And honestly, this Slardar is too squishy, man. He needs a BKB. Or anything, really. A Vanguard would have been fine. But he died twice instantaneously. And because of that, he can't be the one taking up the damage of the front lines. They lose everybody there with the exception of the Medusa. And that's just not good for you for Wheel. So Union Gaming take a fight. They lose Roshan, but they get the Aegis immediately afterward and expend it. Goody. Now with the Staff of Wizardry. This might be a big item. I say that, but it is definitely a big item. If he can get it early enough, which he's not too far off from. 1,800 gold, and he has that Aghanim Scepter. I think if you're Wheel at some point, you have to invest in a gem. Specifically for stuff like that. I don't know if they saw that smoke because the vision is pretty small. They did it right here. I'm pretty sure they saw that. I might be wrong. But they're going to run headlong into Z-Talk and Union Gaming. Z-Talk is gone. Now there's ult coming in from the bat right of the lasso doing work. TA getting caught out as well. This is the fight they're looking for. Amplified damage doing work. Double kill for Relic. Good Stone Gaze as well. And Gritty has to piece the hell out of there. He says, nope, I don't think so. I'm not trying to fight with that split, which of course is down for 30 seconds. That's the fight that Wheel wanted originally at the Roche Pit. They just couldn't find it. Relic getting a lot of that gold, up to 2,600 gold. Sleesel now has 1,000 plus his Ogre Club, so he's getting closer and closer to his BKB. Benhaz wasn't part of that fight, didn't even pop up the Battle Trance. They force out the TP from Relic, but at least they get the tier 1 tower in that top lane. They might be able to keep going. There's no T for 20, so at least put some pressure onto the tier 2 tower. I don't know how long you stay, though. That's an illusion. A lot was thrown at that illusion. Might be time to back now. They do go off the Observer Ward, but they'll notice that this is another illusion. They'll try to back away from it. Everyone else behind the tower. Relic has 3k gold. What is he saving for? The casual Yasha's clearly a thing on Medusa, but will he go for a Manta? Will he pick something else up like a Scotty? He's going to send the courier to the secret shop, which he'll probably pick up a point booster. I would imagine. Maybe a Eagle Song, actually. Nope. Perseverance. Alright, well. I guess two things and neither of them were correct. Good stuff, me. He's going for a Lincoln Sphere. That's a good choice. That used to be super common on Medusa. We haven't seen it like at all recently. But that's pretty good. Finger is going to get stopped, obviously. Boulder Toss. Drunken Haze will break it very quickly, so that is kind of the issue. Glimpse as well. I guess it's nice just to have some extra stats and mana regeneration, but I don't know if that's the item I would go for in this situation. Regardless, Relic is Relic. He'll do what needs to be done, and he's up to 2,000 gold already, so his ultimate orb is going to be done, plus Perseverance, so he just needs the recipe to complete up that Lincoln Sphere. Almost a full Witch Doctor Aghanim's at about 20 to 22 minutes. 22 minutes is probably when it comes out. Unless he has the extra component. No, he doesn't. What about on the Radiant side? Ben Haas going for that full BKB, getting kind of close. A couple hundred gold away. Z-Tox still saving for that Blink Dagger. That is going to be coming soon. 1,500 gold in the bank. He's not too far away. Greedy? Usually you see a Midas maybe on a Brewmaster in the offlane, but that didn't come out yet. And I don't imagine it will come out anytime soon if it does. He'll probably just save up and continue to try to farm for his next item. Unless he has something flying out currently. That is a Desolator recipe for the TA, by the way. And a second Mithril Hammer. So Desolator is done at 20 minutes. Not too bad considering. In fact, that's pretty good. About the highest net worth in the game. Only 100 behind the Troll at this point. There's the Desolator now done. Greedy Invis, by the way. They had a Sentry, but he didn't walk in range of it. And they're going to go for the tier 1 tower mid. No Lincoln Sphere. No Ag Scepter. But if they get this tower, those items are going to come out in short order. There is a glyph. Greedy's ready to blink, clap, and split. And we're seeing positioning coming out from both squads. Who's going to come out on top in this fight if there is going to be a fight? We'll realize that they don't want to try to push into this. They don't know where the rest of the heroes are. They have okay vision, but it's mostly just kind of shallow wards throughout the map. And Sleesel's getting closer to his BKB. I think you wait for those items and then you try to make something happen. Whether a smoke, whether you wait for Roshan, which is going to be a while before it respawns. There's no sense in rushing a Lincoln Sphere or BKB, which does give a lot more time for the line to, say, pick up his own Blink Dagger. They already have the Desolator for the TA, so unless he wants to farm a BKB, which will be a while, I think they probably just fight as soon as maybe line gets Blink, or maybe even beforehand. They're at a point where they reach their second set of items, and they're ready to go for the most part, at least for their more important heroes. You could argue that maybe you get a Vlad's for a Brewmaster, but he's too far away from that. He has just no farm. Goody. He's so close. It is going to be about 23 minutes, I think. He's so close to his BKB as well. They're one set of item away. Midas's, that's going to put him over the edge. He'll have his Mithril Hammer fly out. He'll sprint away. He wants to make sure he gets that BKB and they can actually fight. Z-Talk is still struggling to get to that Blink Dagger. Ben Haas is sitting at 900. We'll see what he goes for next. SMY BKB, 22 minutes, not bad. Pretty good stuff so far for the Troll. Probably goes for a Scotty next. That is the general build. Phase, SMY, BKB, Scotty. That is the build for Troll nowadays. It is what you go 90% of the time. There's the Lincoln Sphere coming out for the Medusa. That is something else. Slaughter will pick up a BKB. So, yep, those are the items we're talking about. Ags is probably pretty close. Yeah, there it is. Goody actually has the Ags. It has to fly out from the courier. And level 2 ult. Oh, it's big. That is very big. They made sure they gave enough space for Goody to get that level 2 ultimate plus the Aghanim Scepter. We don't even have a BKB on a Bat Rider yet. It almost feels like the Witch Doctor's somewhat almost more farmed than the Bat Rider, but it's not. That's not necessarily true, but it's close. Ben Haas is flying out a full Helm of the Dominator, so
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
A bit more to work with there.
Dire's
This is what I was talking about, man. Mid-game has devolved into teams farming. I wish it wasn't so, but that is the case. It's kind of unfortunate. Roche is not up yet, and we'll find out when it's going to respawn here momentarily. 1 minute. Very short Roche. Who does this benefit, though? Well, it really just benefits the team that gets the first pick, or decides to smoke it and can do it fast enough. And both teams have a pretty good Roshing lineup. We're talking Amplified damage is almost level 3, 20 armor reduction, Desolator plus Melt Strike on the side of Union. They have a lot to work with here. We have yet to see a Static Storm, by the way. That could be the first big usage in the next fight.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
All the tier 1's now gone, except for the top tier 1 for the Dire. As they do knock it down with Relic getting the last hit. He has 2,000 gold, so he just got that Lincoln Sphere, and he is already back up to a decent chunk of money.
Radiant's bottom tower.
The rest of the squad heading bottom. Spy Hunter. I got Glimpse. Fine. I'm not going to get jumped on. No way. Not going to happen. At least not by the Medusa.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Derp Derp actually throws the defensive medallion onto Relic. He takes literally no damage. Tolera looking to fight. Sleesel's going to blink in, and I mean, Union Gaming just, they don't want to fight into it. They see some of the items that are coming through wheel, and they realize this is not the best. This is not the best idea. They'll maybe push out this wave. I don't think they go high ground here. Maybe they force some TPs back, but yeah, other than that, I don't know if you go here. Oh, Relic. Oh, that DC, though. And that pause actually comes out a bit late. I'm not sure why they changed that pause thing. I don't know what happened. Oh, you know what? I was talking with F4L about this. Apparently, Relic's internet, like, DC's on, or his computer crashes on a consistent basis. I can't remember which one is correct. Something with his computer/internet. But it happens on a very decent basis. So hopefully he can get that resorted and settled. I mean, we were chugging along nicely in this game. Some action here and there. Some cool itemization. A couple of okay plays. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too fancy. But the game is starting to reach its pinnacle. Its apex. Its climax, if you will. Maybe in the next couple of minutes we'll figure out who can breach the high ground first. I'd say next Roshan is probably a big indicator of who's going to be looking to take the high ground here. As it always is. That's a Mont note. Jesus. All right, forget it. I'm tired, guys. I apologize. It's been a long day. How are you, chat? Hope you're doing well. Throw out an Ice Frog, please, emote in chat. Hell yeah. I'll chat with you guys for a bit. For those of you that are watching in Dota TV, thank you so much for supporting the tournament. Relic is going to rejoin the game. It looks like we're good to go. Wait. 1 sec. Pause. Now ended. A short break as our heroes get ready to collide. Perhaps up to the high ground here for the tier 3 tower on the Radiant bottom lane. They're going to counter the ward quickly, by the way. They threw the sentry ward down as soon as they saw Derp Derp walk up. That wasn't an obvious ward placement at all or anything, by the way. Blink. Lasso. Tolera doesn't get it off. Still looking for a target. Goes back in yet again. Decides against it. Full BKB used. That is a 10-second duration BKB. It is time to back off. That was a mistake. Unfortunately, doesn't work out for Wheel, and Tolera has to back up. And they were just looking. They didn't know. Union didn't know there was a BKB onto the Bat Rider. And so they would have been surprised. But there just wasn't a lasso. Tolera couldn't get it. They didn't have vision of the high ground. He's going to walk right through an Observer Ward. He has to blink away. The rest of Union are not farming the bottom lane. And because they rotate Relic top, they're going to take Roche. And Union Gaming, they do this so fast. Battle Trance, Desolator, it just gets obliterated. Oh man, that took 2 seconds flat. Ben Haas gets the Aegis. And just that mistake, that BKB lasso that didn't hit, and the rotation from Relic to the top lane means that they can't take Roche. And Union just sneak it from them like that. It was so quick. And we have some lag, apparently. No. I'm fine, apparently. I don't know about everyone else, but I'm alright. Is it time? Is it time? You know what I'm talking about? Ear Beast? Is that happening? Maybe that's why we're lagging. I hope that's not the case. Dota 2. Hello? Dota 2? Please fix yourself. It's okay, apparently. Gee, we're good to go. A bit of another delay, but that's alright. Hopefully we just don't make a habit of this. And the unpause comes in. Sleesel's the one to do it. We'll say, alright, let's fight. Let's get some more farm here. Tolera, still a bit frustrated, I'm sure, about that BKB usage. It is still lagging, man. I can tell. Tolera's, like, it's not the best right now. Hopefully it fixes itself and we're ready to go. Cecil pops a haste. There's going to be the Slithering Crush. Ben Haas getting caught out. Has a BKB. He's actually fine. Will not pop his BKB. And now Derp in trouble. Split used. I'm not sure why he walked up there. Death Ward's going to go. Doesn't do anything to the Brewlings. That Death Ward does absolutely nothing. It's going to hit Spy Hunter a bit. Slithering Crush misses. BKB pop for the TA, who has Aegis, by the way. No, that is on Ben Haas. He's ready to fight. Cecil about to fall. What a disastrous fight. Talera lasso, but he gets blown up. The right click. They do get the Stone Gaze off, but it doesn't matter. They've already lost their Bat Rider. It is time to retreat. We'll need to back the hell up. No lasso. No BKB. Stone Gaze used. BKB for Sleazel popped. He's actually got to go home and heal. The Bat Rider dies. Union Gaming. They kind of were just gifted a fight right there. That wasn't them playing well. That was Will playing poorly, more so than anything else. And they're going to go to the high ground, I think. And Union Gaming might get a tier 3 tower and racks off this. There is a glyph available. And they should, I think, only get the tier 3. Unless there's some disastrous fight here. Ben Haas does have Aegis still, but he doesn't want to give it away for free. And the problem with this is they don't have a lot to heal heroes up with. They don't have an urn. There's no mech. They will catch out Z-Talk, and Greedy's going to try to jump back in. I don't know if that's the right play. Ben Haas is going to try to fight. Static Storm going in. I don't know about this fight if you're Union. Ben Haas trying to get some bashes off, but he's going to lose his Aegis. Glimpse back in under Goody. He's got Death Ward in 3 seconds. Can they lock down Ben Haas? BKB on cooldown. Now there's going to be the kinetic field. Not going to save his life. Long range swap onto Greedy. This fight turning disastrously for Union Gaming. They're going to lose 4 heroes. Big defense for Wheel. Sloppy engagements all around. We'll just say that much. And we'll benefit by getting a 4 for nothing and getting 2,387 gold out of the initiation. Weird fight. And they just walk right down mid. Maybe force out a buyback coming in. Well, they have to go through the tier 2 first. So more than likely, Troll does respawn without any hitches. They don't have Glyph, but that should still be okay. They'll try to cut the creep wave with a TA, it looks like, but yeah, that should be effective enough. I don't know if he's going to sit mid or if he's going to walk back home. He's actually not going to cut the creep wave. I think that might have been a smart choice, but decided against it. They're going to TP in. They're going to blink. Lasso. Greedy getting caught out. He does have his split, but he's not going to get it off. Nor does he have buyback. Oh, no. Now you can definitely go high ground, I think. Tower's going to fall. Maybe they don't. They realize Troll is about to be back up. They actually want a creep wave, but guess what? I think TA did kill it. So they're waiting for something that's not going to come anytime soon. So they have to go bottom instead. The Rat coming out. The TA making the plays. Now the 4 staff done for Talera. Big item. 2,000 gold for the Witch Doctor. That first Axe ult, not the best, but that's alright. They still were able to win the fight after. Relic has a Scotty now. Maybe he finishes up his Manta. Maybe he goes for the Butterfly. Those are 2 options. Scotty's now being built by the Troll Warlord. TA has a BKB, so you don't really need a Butterfly, or you don't need an MKB for Relic because there's no Butterfly. Goody is in trouble. Finger's going to go, and well, they throw a lot there. At least the Finger's used, but it's probably worth it. And they'll probably get the tier 2 tower off the back end of it as well. Relic is going to continue to farm mid lane with the split shot available. Throws up the Mystic Snake and backs up. Well, continues forward, rather. He's the highest net worth in the game currently. On the highest level as well. Level 18.
Dire's top tower.
They have a 5,000 net worth advantage that they just gained in the past, I'd say, 3 minutes. Tier 2 tower is about to fall on Union Gaming. Going to take it quickly. And they can actually just keep going top lane and force out rotations from the rest of the Wheel squad. They're all sitting mid, but they're pretty far away. Talera not able to grab Sora on the TA. Greedy looking to engage on Derp. I think he's dead. Yeah, I think so. He might swap himself out. I don't know if that's the best idea. He's not taking that much right click. He can maybe swap out with Sleesoul. He's really waiting. I think they're just going to give him up as the sacrificial lamb. There's no point fighting into. Well, hold that thought. Talera? Hello? What was that fight? That was... I'm not sure about that play from the Bat Rider. Did he get glimpsed back? And he kind of just had to wait for his BKB usage? That was weird. Zap. Who saw that weird artifact on the screen? That was kind of crazy. So Derp is killed for a Brewmaster split, and Union are still trying to run at the tier 3 in the base. This is not the right idea. You do not do this, I don't think, if you're Union. You back up. And if you're Wheel, you're praying they walk up to the high ground without split. Even if they're farmed up, even if the TA has a Mantis Tally, even if Ben Haas is getting a Scotty soon, I don't really think you're worried about fighting into a Brewmaster without split. Okay. That pause was real, apparently. My ping is still fine. It's just on the players, I guess. I don't know why I'm not getting crushed, but that's probably a good thing. And it feels like we're on the cusp. We're on the cusp of this game tipping over and us finding out who's going to be the victors. And, of course, with that, the winners of the group, this specific group, as they are both sitting at 2-0 currently. Union Gaming 2-0, Wheel 2-0 as well. So, Group B is still up for grabs here with this game. Big game at that. And Isurus and Ehug both sitting at 0-2. Not their best start, obviously. Hopefully it's maybe slow down a little bit in terms of the lag. Players probably constantly checking their pings. Folks, I hope you're having a good evening. I know I am. A bit tired, but that's all right. Look okay now? I think we're good. I think we're good to go. I think it's time to fight. Maybe? Hello? Alright, let's go. Please work. Dota 2. We're back into the game. 32 minutes in, 10-14 the score. Union Gaming versus Wheel. A one-game series between these two squads. We have quite the game on our hands. Sleesel, Relic versus Sora and Benhaz, the two top farmers on both squads. Sleesel now with a full Assault Cuirass. Armor reduction is now a thing for both teams. There's the Scotty done for the Troll Warlord. I don't know anymore. I'm not sure who comes out ahead on these fights. Relic's pretty farmed. He could use another damage item, though. And I don't think he has anything saved up. He does not. Try to save for buyback, because you don't have any outer towers except for your tier 2 bottom. And if you lose a fight pretty close to your base, I think you probably have to buy out at this point. It's getting close. Roshan is not up for another at least 2 minutes. A minute and a half, actually. And I think if you're Wheel, we've seen this before from them. You're just patient with this. You're not trying to fight. You're not trying to do too much. You know that you have a Medusa. There's no need to rush. Maybe if you have an advantage in items, which they don't really, you fight. But again, that doesn't exist at this point. He'll probably try to push out top. He doesn't have Mance illusions, so he has to be very careful. He can't really send his illusions to the top lane and say, okay, go to work. He has to push it out himself. And they do force out a rotation coming in from the Troll, so Benhaz will farm up this top tier 2. As he talks, Spy Hunter, they're both rotating mid. There's a gem on the line. Spy Hunter has got a Blink Dagger as well, so that's pretty nice. Speaking of Blink Dagger, fan of Soyon Goody picks one up himself, so he'll have a better initiation potential. I just think that unless you're fighting over Roche, there's no real need to get your panties in a bunch yet. There's no real need to try to fight this. So we might be waiting a while. We might not be actually seeing any action whatsoever. Maybe a smoke comes out. I mean, both teams know exactly when the Roche timer is. It is pretty much right now to 11 minutes. So it is a long, full duration, pretty much, Roshan. So these teams might be fighting over Roche, not knowing when it's about to respawn. When in all actuality, it is a long time before that happens. A long time, at least in game time. 2:45 seems like an eternity at this point. Will the next Aegis be the bringer of doom for one team? I'm not sure. I don't know if we'll see the end here. I don't know if these teams are ready to give up yet at this point, or if they, if there's some mistakes, if they don't save for buyback, if, they lose a fight around the Roche pit and maybe something happens. I mean, we've seen games end in, literal seconds because of, 5-man wipes. That came out of seemingly nowhere. And that has the ability of happening. I just don't know who's going to wipe who at this point, or if that's even going to happen. Sluicel's going to head into the pit. He's sitting right on top of these psionic traps. They don't have a gem. They do, actually. Tolera does have it, but he's not in the pit. They're going to clean these up now, so Vision's not there. Sluicel will back out of the pit. So that's the advantage that Union have. They don't have to commit to Roshan or stay around the pit because they have those side traps in the pit themselves. Now with those gone, you kind of have to be a bit more aware of your Union. Sluicel will back out of the pit. He's feeling pretty good. Greedy is, oh, he's nearby. Oh, no, 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 no! No! Gosh, why? 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 Is it too much to ask for to see the conclusion of this game? We have just one game on tap tonight. And just the servers can't hold on. They just can't. I believe in them. I do. Let's try. Alright, it's evened out. If it lags around Roshan when the fight breaks out, I'm going to be pretty displeased. If there is a fight that breaks out. Rosh still dead for about a minute or so. Tolera will clear the trap up. He can blink to the high ground or force himself if necessary. They're going to rotate over towards him. TA will throw up another trap. He'll throw it onto Tolera. He blinks out.
Blessings.
TA will head into the pit. See nothing there. Throw up a trap onto the high ground. That'll get killed quickly. And Wheel and Union Gaming not giving an inch. Or a centimeter, whatever you're into. It's just kind of funny. They blink in, get that trap out of here, and then they just walk out. And that's the extent of the aggression. The other team will put a trap up, walk forward a bit, and then back up. But this feels like a powder keg. And it's about to blow. Tolera going on to Z-Talk. Greedy. There's going to be the BKB, and he's going to get right out of the kinetic field. Benhaz going to get lassoed up. Relic trying to do work. The Death Ward on the high ground. Goody pumping out the damage. They do have Benhaz down. He can buy back. Spyhunter getting chased down as well. The Brewling's getting cleaned up. Relic going to work. The bash from Sleazel. It's there. Can he clean up the Ruling? Yes, he can. Gets him before he gets back in. The swap out to the low ground. BKB popped. But look at that damage. The armor reduction is real. And Roche respawns. That's the reward for Wheel. They take the fight. That powder keg blows up. And Union. Oh, no. That is not the fight you are looking for. Luckily, they have buyback on all of the heroes, but they definitely will lose Roshan. They'll lose the fight. They'll lose the cheese. They'll lose a lot of gold in the process.
Roshan has fallen to
What a
the
goddamn disaster that turned into.
Immortality.
I mean, that turned quickly. Spyhunter might need to leave, and he's not, and he maybe is dead. Yeah, he's dead. He couldn't get his Blink Dagger off in time, and Sleazel gets an easy kill.
Came a long way to see you die.
Wow, Slardar, go easy, dude. Did you hear that line? That's something else. They'll try to push up to the high ground, force out at least a buyback from the TA. Troll is alive now. Relic has cheese. He'll buy his full Manta style. They'll break the Lincoln Sphere. Drunken Haze. Oh, good ability against Medusa or any hero pushing up to a tower. Blink. Earth Spike. Sleazel still has Aegis, mind you. Tolera gets hexed up. Doesn't pop his BKB yet. Relic still working on the tower. They should take this tier 3 down. Oh, they glyph it. Relic will back up for the time being. Siege Creep might be able to finish it off. Yeah, it's dead. They're going to not deny it. Benhaz could have denied that. Decided against it, apparently. Siege Creep takes it down. Drunken Haze onto some of the creeps there. Another break with the mana drain. They're going to blink in. Slithering Crush is going to go. Refraction doing work. Benhaz trying to fight. Lasso's up, but there's the Acting Scepter ult. Fan of Soyon almost getting a full duration off, but does get cycled. Benhaz dead. No buyback for the TA. Benhaz has just enough. He's going to try to fight. He's going to TP back into the fray. He is alone. Slithering Crush, he's got no BKB. Magic Missile, he's stun locked. He's done. GG is called. And just like that, will obliterate Union Gaming. The boys from NA, they get it done. Wheel able to take the victory after just a quick engagement. It looked like it was going to take a couple more minutes to finish this game off, but boom, just like that, it finishes itself. And we're done for the night. That's it. One game on tap, one game done. We'll take the victory. They're going to be atop Group B. They're 3-0, and Union Gaming will go down to 2-1. All that's left is, of course, Isurs versus eHug, and see who gets that one victory. Again, my name is Mott. Thank you so much for joining us today. You can check me out at Mott Dota on Twitter for more information. Shoutouts, comments, criticisms, concerns. You can throw them in chat for the casting, or you can throw them in on Twitter as well. Make sure you check out twitter.com/Dota2Canada and Dota2.ca for more information about the tournament. With that being said, it's been a fun day of Dota, guys, and I am out of here. I will see you all tomorrow for some more Dota 2 Canada Cup and throughout the week as well. It's been an absolute pleasure, guys. See you later.